Welcome back to SVSU Red Alert. This is an SVSU women's basketball season preview. I'm JJ Boehm, joined by SVSU women's basketball coach Jamie Pawinski. And Jamie, obviously we're in the midst of fall sports right now, but it won't be that long until basketball begins. No,
it's here. I feel like it's gone quick. Preseason's just flown by, and 2 weeks we'll be playing our first game, and the kids are ready. They feel ready to go. Coaches, not so much. We feel like we have some more to work on, but we're excited to get the season underway.
And coming off, I think what for you probably was a pleasing season last year in terms of the progress you made.
Yeah, we're, to end 500, that was kind of the goal. We thought if we could be 500, we'd have a shot at the conference tournament to get in there, and that's exactly what happened. Is we had a strong finish, and we ended up 500 and got in the tournament. So it was a great experience for us. Obviously, we didn't win our game, and I thought we played well and really gave Findlay, as much as they could handle. And we had a great summer. I feel like the kids took that energy from that tournament game and had a good summer and have come back with preseason ready to go. And but every year is a new year, and we'll see what happens. It's the league is just getting better and pretty consistent, so there's not going to be any off nights for sure.
And interesting because, if people, stopped paying attention back in March and think, okay, I know the players coming back, really a lot of changes for you. Probably the most notable one is your fine center, Emily Wendling, is hurt. She's out, but you've got some new players who you hope will be able to fill in the post.
Yeah, obviously you take your best player off the floor, it's going to hurt your team a little bit, but we're not going to rely on any one person to fill Emily's shoes, and our team has to do it as a group. And we've brought in Shelby Harrington, a transfer from Oakland, who will most likely start at that spot for Emily, and kind of really bring some maturity and some experience from the D1 level to that position, which has really helped our young kids out a lot. And Gracie Whalen will back her up at the post, at the 5 there. And obviously we have Brianna Graham, who played there last year a little bit. So we're deep in that spot, but again, we're not going to rely on any one person to kind of, get 17 and 10 like Emily did. We're going to have to, have our guards pick up a little bit of the scoring load and the rebounding, and then have our post players just be solid.
But aside from that, a lot of your experienced players are back, and I think now know what you're expecting from of them in your system.
Yeah, it's been for my third year here, it's kind of been refreshing to, when we're saying stuff, a lot of the kids are understanding what we're talking about, and we're not doing as much teaching, and when we are teaching, we're teaching new stuff that we haven't had a chance to get to, or we're cleaning up new areas that we weren't able to touch on last year because we were so far into the basics. But our upperclassmen are doing a great job of really teaching the freshmen and the sophomores who, aren't upperclassmen but have been here and played so many minutes. They're capable of communicating to the younger kids, and just as a group as a whole, they've really focused on just improving every day and making sure we're taking care of the little details.
What have you been stressing to your team in terms of some of the improvements you want to see that ultimately leads to more success?
I think, we're really trying to become a better defensive team. I thought in stretches at the end of the year we were really good, but we've got to do a little better job of forcing turnovers and creating pressure. So we've really tried to do that a little bit, get out in the gaps a little more and put some ball pressure on and try to make passes difficult. Last year we just kind of sat back a little and hoped teams would make mistakes, and then we'd rebound them and run from there. So we're going to try to force the issue a little bit more. Offensively, we're really trying to just move the ball around and be unpredictable, maybe run less sets. And get more movement as a group, so get some reversals. And I think we could be a pretty high-scoring team when we play that way. But in this conference, if you don't get some baskets, some easy baskets as far as offensive rebounds or turnovers or steals or something of that nature where you're forcing the issue, it's a grind every day.
How much did it help your team to play all those meaningful games, especially as you mentioned down the stretch last year?
Yeah, it's those games are huge when it comes to mental focus. Knowing that you've been able to compete at that level for something that matters, and you've been able to come through with a victory is all stuff you can build on when those younger kids are now going in the summer and figuring out what they have to work on, and then heading into preseason, they've come back in better shape, and now we're getting into scrimmages and games, and they're just more ready. They understand. Maybe we've fallen out a little bit as far as how long we've got to be that focused and how long we've got to play that hard, but at least now they have something to draw on and can go back to that when those situations come up and we're able to fight through some stuff.
What are you looking for from your club early in the season?
Just being solid. I'd like to see us, our schedule is a little funny. We have some huge gaps between games, but we have 2 regional games off the bat with Lewis and St. Joe, and I think Lewis is very good. They won their division last year and returned most of their players. And St. Joe was a little down last year, but they got a new coach. I expect them to be a lot better. And to have 2 regional games off the bat, we'd like to compete in those games and give ourselves a chance to win. But we're really just looking to improve for that conference season and make sure we're ready to go when I think December 1st or whatever that is rolls around, which will be here before we know it.
I was going to say that will be coming up very
Yes,
quickly.
yeah, exactly.
So, well, Jamie Pawinski, thank you for joining us, and good luck to you and the Lady Cardinals this season.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And when we come back, we'll be joined by SVSU men's basketball coach Randy Baruth. That's next on SVSU Red Alert.